All right, starting it off with dedicated turning lanes. If we have this scenario right here, you can see there is no dedicated turning lane. We'll need a road with more lanes here. There's a 4-lane road, and you can see dedicated turning lanes. That obviously also works with a 1-way road right here. If we add a 6-lane road, you will see we do not have dedicated turning lanes simply because we have 2 lanes left, 2 lanes right where the traffic can go. If we were to add another road, we have this scenario right here, dedicated turning lanes, but we have this weird thing in the middle here because there are 2 lanes left, 2 lanes right, and a way going forward. So we have all of this. What we need to do is get rid of these lanes right here simply by upgrading or downgrading to a smaller road. And voila, we do have these dedicated turning lanes. So always match the outgoing lanes to the lanes that you have on your road to get these dedicated turning lanes. Now, a different scenario here, and let's talk a little bit about lane selection and the traffic AI, because I do get asked this a lot, and that is, why is the traffic AI only using 1 lane if there are multiple lanes available? You can see this in my city right here. This is right here. So that we got 3 lanes. We even have a secondary turning lane here. It's not dedicated. We have 1 dedicated, and then we have this one going straight and right. But the AI only chooses to use the right lane. So the thing is that citizens do choose their journey at the start of it, so they will predetermine everything at the start of their journey, even the lane selection. So if they want to go up here, they will all drive through the right lane. They assume they can go the top speed on every road they take, not taking any other traffic into account. So we have traffic going right here, doing right-hand turns, but also traffic going straight. Now you could assume that they would take the left lane because it's straight and then merge here at the node, but they will not do that. If they have this scenario where there's only 1 lane going right, they will not take the left lane. They won't do any merges here, so they'll go to the right lane to do a right turn, and that starts here already. They'll go onto the right lane as soon as possible. Now, if traffic wants to go through this street, Lewis Street right up here, they will have to make a left turn here, either middle lane or on the left lane. Or if we go for this scenario right here, we have our dedicated lane, so they will have to take the leftmost lane here to do a left turn. That means they will go to the left lane because they have the option to go to the left here instead of just 1 lane here. And then they will also take this left lane instead of just this lane that also goes right but goes straight as well. So it's always kind of a bit of a trial and error to see how you can get the AI to take all the lanes. But in like this scenario right here, even if there's multiple lanes, and let's say, let's keep it like this actually, you have this right here doing something like this maybe. Since there's only 1 lane here, they will only take the right lane. Both of these lanes will not see any use. So not even this lane will see any use because they won't merge at this node. They won't merge at this node. They will stay on the right lane, and they will also stay on the right lane here because they're going to go straight here because they know they have to make the right turns up here and then further down the way as well. And that is why you have these scenarios where sometimes you like, take the other lane, it's free, but the AI will not take that lane. So you have to be a bit finicky with your road design, with your road layout. Think of things like this, where the AI has to do like a different turn, and then you will get them to use multiple lanes in your city. Next up, you can have roads perpendicular to buildings. Like usually you would place a road, you would connect a building. In this case, we have the cargo train terminal, and just look how trucks are wanting to deliver their cargo, picking up the cargo. They're going crazy. They're going left, right, all over the place. What we can do now is a simple trick to still keep the building connected. Delete the side roads and only have the 1 road going in just like this, and coming out, of course. So look at the trucks now. They're going in, they're doing their business, they're coming right back out. Easy peasy. No hold up. They're they're not stuck. They're not turning left and right. It is really, really cool for traffic flow, specifically useful for the cargo because it just generates a lot of truck traffic every time, there we go, a cargo train arrives. This road alone, it can hold up a lot and it works really, really good for that flow. The cars or trucks are not like turning in front of each other, and that works with other types of buildings as well. So if we have this scenario, we want to place a building, doesn't matter which one. Let's go for a hospital. Of course, like usually you would just place a road like that, pretty cool, but this way the building is also connected, and yeah, you have space here to decorate otherwise. I think that is really cool. You could plop other buildings. Let's see if we wanted to have a metro like this. We were able to do that. Like, I think it's really cool what you can do with these roads if they are laid out like that for your ploppable buildings. Works with parks, with all the ploppable buildings. You can use the roads, or you can place the roads like this. The buildings will still be connected, and you can do other cool stuff with that. All right, another cool thing, if we want to place these parking lots right here, for instance, small decorative parking lots. This is the entrance. That's how we placed it, right? So there we go. Let's place two of them. So right here. But what if we want just this one rotated like that? Well, simple. Delete the road, and now it shows this one is not connected, but this one is still connected. Now look at that. The entrance is usually here. So we usually can't rotate them. You can only rotate them when they face the road. Delete that, there we go. And as per usual, we can, you know, we could do something else. I mean, that would probably be way too dangerous to have the entrance of a parking lot right here, but you get the idea. Maybe something like this, and you park your car and then you can go to the metro. I think that's kind of cool. Now let's say we are left with this scenario in our city. Let's say all the buildings are spawned in here. We have like this dead-end road. Now, of course, we can just leave it like that. Nothing against that, but we can spice up our dead-end roads simply by placing a little segment of avenue road. Oh, look at that. We have ourselves a cul-de-sac, totally vanilla style. Now, you could, of course, spice these up even more. Let's put a tree here, and then I don't know, we want a different type of tree. Let's go with, let's go with a palm tree here. Look how cool this is, right? This tree? Sure. How about a Christmas tree? Is that a Christmas tree? That seems like a Christmas tree. Ooh, the flame tree. Wow. Okay, really, really cool. What I also like to do at times is go to my little one-way roads here, go to the circle tool, and then the tiniest of roundabouts with just 2x2 squares. It's a tad bit finicky, but you can make it work. Ugh. Look at that. And again, tree, flame tree, sure, why not? Tiny, tiny roundabout. That tree almost gets like lost in there. Oh, that's much better. Much better. The tiniest of roundabouts, a 2x2, you can do that as well. So I love to use either this or the trick with the avenue roads, and you have your cul-de-sac. Really, really easy and really cool for your city. These are pretty cool. These work 100%. What if we want to spice it up a tad bit? Simple. Instead of doing a roundabout, why not do a squareabout for a change? I think these are pretty cool. You can decorate them as you would any other roundabout. You could place bigger buildings inside the squareabout because they will fit. If you get a building that actually fits in there. You know, with roundabouts, sometimes it's tricky to get a building to fit on the, look at that, fire station fits in here perfectly. Oh my God. It's difficult to add a building to the rounded edges of the roundabout. Rounded edges? Rounded curves of the roundabout. That is something I love to do every now and again. Mix it up a bit in your city. Instead of roundabout, use a squareabout. Now, we all know that grids work, right? Sometimes you might wonder, how do I break out of this grid madness, this grid hell? I don't want these grids anymore. I mean, grids, again, they do work. So what I like to do at times is sometimes just use an avenue as sort of a divide, eyeball it a tad bit, and do this kind of thing. So now what I can do is create a whole new grid, but I can base it off of this angled avenue. And now simply do this and have like a bit of an off-angled grid, and I think that makes all the difference. And then with like this angled divider in between, love to use the avenue roads, and I think that is kind of cool. And you can go really wild with the angle here. See, that might be a bit too much angle, but you know, you get the idea. You can go wild with these angles and create your, like, not parallel but angled grid, and I think that is really kind of cool. And again, it does help with traffic, so traffic flows pretty good in grids. And there you go. From one boring grid, you know, you can spice it up. You can spice it up whenever you want.